Welcome to Midweek Service provided by the Church Sound Podcast. This is our version of tech news with your host, Prentiss Thompson. Have you ever wondered, how do I mic a drum set, or what about getting audio to my live stream? We're here for you. This is tech news, new product reviews, and everything you need to know about what you need to know. Welcome to Midweek Service.
Yes, good day, good people. Welcome to another edition of Midweek Service, Tech News with the Church Sound Podcast. I'm your humble host, Mr. Prentiss Thompson. And what we do is do tech. It's completely just technical applications, products, and how to use your equipment better, that you do have all this get a better understanding of some of the basics, use some advanced things. So today we're going to talk about something really, really basic. It's called the fader. Now, I know people have heard the term riding the fader, or for DJing, fader on the, I'm cutting on a fader. You heard that? All right, so what we're going to talk about is why is it important to understand what the fader does. I believe in a few episodes ago, we spoke about gain staging and how it works in conjunction with the fader on the mixer. And the reason is because the fader controls the input volume that's coming into the channel. You use that in conjunction with your gain staging, and the reason why you can manipulate the volume. You want to have it at a peak level, and what we call unity. Now, what unity is, if you look at your console, there should be a 0 or a U on the fader, and in that middle portion, that section is what we call unity. Now, in recording studios, those of you who've mixed in recording studios or recorded in recording studios, you hear the engineer's term. It's like, set everything to unity. And what that means is everything's at the same level across all the faders. It could be 90 faders, 102 faders, and mixing in a recording studio. So it's not necessarily true with mixing front of house, because everyone has a different style. I mean, I'd like to set my I don't set everything in unity when I mix. I set it at a maybe a little below, or sometimes a little hotter, depending on what's coming in the channel, because I want to be able to see differentiate the level, and I know what fade I'm going to be grabbing. It comes in handy, especially if you're doing praise and worship, and you're mixing on praise and worship, and the singers, and you have different singers, and every singer, even though they're in the same section, soprano, so altos, tenors, every voice has a texture. So you can have a tenor that has a very light and airy voice. You also have a tenor that has a very aggressive and gruffy voice. So does it mean you set that person at these singers at the same levels? No, you don't. You do it. You place them based on the song. So you're adjusting the fader based on the material. That's the best way to look at it. You're adjusting the fader based on the material, solely based on the material that's coming in. So I have to have the best overall, I guess what I'm trying to say is the end result. Also, you can send your effects to a fader. You can send anything you want to a fader. We're going to get to understanding how to route in a mixer, but the fader is very important to know. And some of the smaller mixers, they only have a fader. They have a knob, but it still would be a fader because it allows you to manipulate that sound that's coming through that channel. So I hope this is beneficial to kind of explain, so that you have some nuances on how to use it and how to use it effectively. Do me a favor, before you get off of here, make sure you click subscribe, share, review us on whatever platform that you're on: Google Play, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and I'm missing one, Stitcher. So make sure you review us there. And make sure you tune in on Tuesdays. We have some really, really great guests coming up on Tuesday. I'm hoping that you're getting something from these little tech segments. And we'll see you next time on Midweek Service.